Now let's get the latest analysis from Dr. Adriano Nuvunga. He's the director of the Mozambique Center of Democracy and Development in Maputo, joining us now virtually. Dr. Nuvunga, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. It looks like SADC finally is beginning to move. I don't know if it's too little, too late. The last time you spoke to us here on eNCA, you kept on saying, as you've done before, that SADC cannot afford to stand aside while the war in Cabo Delgado is burning. How do you react to the news now that it looks like there's some movement by SADC?
It is good to hear that SADC is moving. It comes a little bit late, but there is still time to intervene. It is, however, coming with a bit of concern from us that after the Harare Troika meeting, not much really has happened apart from statements here and there. But parallel to this, the Mozambique government has been moving into private military companies, which although they provide some of the solutions, but they are part of the problem of what is going on in Cabo Delgado. So we would like to see a robust action from SADC, starting from a statement of solidarity with the people of Mozambique. We haven't seen that. And knowing that the chairperson of SADC is my President Nyusi, and currently is in Maputo, I don't know how SADC will be moving forward with my President seated in Maputo and SADC organ on politics, security, and defense meeting somewhere else.
Yeah, now we just played a report there by my colleague in Harare, Pindai Dube, with the minister, with the president of Botswana, President Masisi, who's heading that organ of security for SADC, saying that they want to respond in a helpful manner, respecting Mozambique's sovereignty, but in a way that will not allow this attacks to continue. You don't think that's an expression of solidarity somehow from President Masisi?
Well, we would like to see a statement, a written statement that we can quote. It is good that he has made those comments, but if you recall, there was a summit in Gaborone a few months ago where the government of Mozambique was expected to attend at the highest level. That did not happen, and the own SADC summit scheduled to take place last month in Maputo was postponed, seen a date. So for us, it is good that President Masisi has said that, but currently it seems that SADC is not moving in the right direction.
Now, what would it take to convince Mozambique and Mozambicans that SADC is now moving in the right direction? You've mentioned one, a solidarity statement that is written and expressed properly. What else?
Next would be to condemn the use by Mozambique of the private military groups. You will know that within SADC and the African Union, there is a protocol that condemns the use of private military groups by member states. That is not happening, and we would like to see that, showing that SADC is concerned with that, as you know, some of the actions by private military groups have led to violations of human rights, and that SADC, as a multilateral regional body, is prepared now to intervene in a robust way. So what I'm saying is not only a statement, but also to condemn some of the bad practices that we see from Mozambique's response to the conflict in Cabo Delgado.
That's going to be a very interesting one because Mozambique is a member of SADC. I haven't seen SADC in the history of SADC since 1980 condemning one of its own. But having said that, You've mentioned the use of private military companies in northern Cabo Delgado. One of them is based in South Africa, in Cape Town, DAG. I understand the contract is coming to an end on the 5th of April, and its CEO has told this channel, one of our colleagues, one of our reporters the other day, that they will now be ending their contract in Mozambique. It won't be going on. Has that news filtered through in Mozambique, and has it been welcomed?
That is what we would like to see, indeed. What I'm saying here is that from the Mozambique side, the response to the conflict, it has to be set right. It has to be coherent. It has to be well coordinated. And at the moment, that is not happening also because we have in between the Defense Ministry and the Interior Ministry the private military groups, which are not necessarily well equipped, but they are playing an important role there. But that has led, as you know, to violations of human rights. And in our understanding, although it might have played a role in a short period of time, but that is a part of the problem in terms of coherence of Mozambique's response to the conflict. So it's a good news that it is being said that these contracts will be ended. That would allow Mozambique to assess its real capacity and engage regional and in multilateral bodies, SADC, African Union, requesting a capacity which can be properly accounted for in terms of good governance of responding to this conflict.
Okay, finally, Dr. Nuvunga, and very briefly, if you may, because of time, after the attack on Palma, which was covered globally recently, as we saw, including here on our channel, what's the situation like on the ground? I received some WhatsApp messages the other day showing a news report by Mozambique TV, TVM, saying that the army has driven the insurgents out of Palma. What do you know, very briefly? Is Palma back in government army hands?
Not yet. That's a wishful thinking. Palma is deserted at the moment. Workers related to LNG projects were evacuated. Locals are spread. And so it's another problem where locals are not given priority in terms of evacuations. So Palma is deserted. The government defense force is trying its best to recover or to regain the control of Palma, but that is not yet the reality.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adriano Nuvunga, for the latest update and analysis and insights there from Maputo. He's, of course, the director of the Mozambique Center of Democracy and Development. And just if you were joining and you've missed it, the town of Palma, which has been very much in the news here because South Africans have died there when the town was attacked just the other day. He says it's been deserted with the locals having spread around the bush there. They've left the area. And, of course, the workers there who were there for the gas project have also been evacuated. So it's deserted at the moment, and the army is trying to regain control still today.